Still there, then, girl.
We haven't run away quite yet. Give us another half hour.
Perhaps you'd just like to move in a little way, not necessarily towards them, but just sort of... that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, behind me now lies the University Church of St. Mary the Virgin, around which the infant university grew up. There has been a church on this site since Saxon times. Thomas Cranmer made his last visit to any church here before being dragged back to Broad Street, where he perished, as we saw earlier. Little building on the side of the church, an extension there, is the Congregation House, and was added in 1320, and is the very first purpose-built university building. Above it was a room that housed the first library in England, which went on to become the Great Bodleian Library. Now, inside the church, in a marble slab set into the floor, are the words, "In a vault of brick at the far end of the choir of this church lie the remains of Amy Robsart." Now, Amy was the wife of Lord Robert Dudley, Chancellor of the University and a favourite of Queen Elizabeth I. He was said to be the only man that good Queen Bess ever loved. In fact, in 1562 she became ill with smallpox and was close to death. She recovered, but said that in case of similar emergency, Lord Robert Dudley should be made protector of the realm. She nicknamed him Sweet Robin, or Eyes. I think what we're talking here, ladies, is Johnny Depp. In tights. Now, had he been free to marry, he could well have been a suitor for the Queen's hand. Some have hinted that he may have done his best to set himself free by ridding himself of his wife. In 1560, Amy was staying at Cumnor Place, a large hall not far from here. Anthony Foster, the owner of the hall and one of her husband's servants, was sent all Amy's staff off for the day to enjoy the fun of the fair in Abingdon. When they returned, they found her lying at the bottom of the stairs, dead. She had apparently committed suicide, but these simple-serving country folk could not understand how, if that were indeed the case, why she should have bruising around her neck. And if she had flung herself down the stairs, then why her hood should be so neatly arranged on her head. Lord Robert was cleared of any direct involvement, but he had a very good excuse, for he had been staying with Queen Elizabeth in Windsor at the time. Make of that what you may. She was buried in great haste, even before a coroner had had a chance to offer his opinion. Amy's father, Sir John Robsart, demanded she be exhumed pending an inquiry, but Sweet Robin intervened, and with a great show of grief had her reburied here in St. Mary's, although he was unable to attend the funeral himself. Not everybody at Oxford is a student, by the way, ladies. She was also recorded as haunting Cornbury. She was also said that she walked the hallways. Oh, sorry, I forgot that. Before being reburied here, Amy laid in state at Gloucester Hall, which is now part of Worcester College. She is now said to haunt the junior common room there, which was where her body laid that night. She was also said to walk the hallways and corridors of Cumnor Place itself, where she flung objects around and made ghastly noises that so terrified the occupants nobody could or would live there, and the hall became abandoned and fell into ruin in the 19th century. She is also recorded as haunting Cornbury Park, where her husband had a lodge. Oh, she terrified him by materializing in front of him, pointing a bony finger at his heart and informing him that, yes, within 10 days he too would be passing over to the other side. Lo and behold, within the allotted time, he was indeed dead. She is still said to haunt the park there, and if any of you should meet Amy, you are strongly advised to make your final plans. We will now make our way a little way across the square to see the house where Prudence lived. This way, ladies and gentlemen.